What's going on, assassins? So recently I've been getting a lot of questions as to how to play Orlog. A bunch of you want to play it, obviously for the trophy or the achievement, and
Orlog,
you really
I
want
can
to
see
get
what you're
this
up
done.
to.
So
Orlog,
here's my
again,
guide
Orlog.
to show you how to play
How
this
about the
game.
game?
I'm Darkstrider, the YouTube
Let's
assassin,
do this then.
Straight and
and
to
just
the
like Ivor
point.
said,
May the best
let's
man
do
win.
this then. So Orlog really is not that hard to play. It is a little bit confusing, but once you understand what you're dealing with and what's going on in the game, it'll all
Orlog,
start to make
I could
sense.
do with a round.
So basically, you're
Orlog,
going to go to
aquí. Orlog.
any city that actually
How
has an
about the
Orlog
game?
player. As you know, some of them are
Let's do
seated
this
on the
then.
floor, some
Straight
of
and
them
to
are
the
seated
point.
at the
May
table.
the best man
And
win.
what you're going to do is challenge them to a game. You're going to sit down, and what's going to start to happen is the God favors. That's the first thing you're going to do. Now, over here, we see that the God favors are powerful blessings granted in return for a God favor offering. That's that weird little symbol. They greatly influence the outcome of a round after the dice have been cast. The first one you have is Thor's Strike. Deal damage to the opponent after the resolution phase. For 4, you get 2 damage, 8, 5 damage, 12 points, you deal 8 damage. So remember those little symbols, it'll all make sense when we get to the game. Now, I have Hell's Grip. Each axe damage dealt to the opponent heals you. For 6, you get 1 health. For 12, you get 2 health per damage. And for 18, you get 3 health per damage. So if I throw 3 axes and they land, I get the 6 health. Skull's Claim, destroy opponents' God favor points for each die that rolled an arrow. 4, you minus 2, 6 minus 3, 8 minus 4 points per die. All right? Again, all these symbols and everything is going to make sense when we get into the game. Brunhild's Fury, multiply axe damage rounded up. For 6 of them, you get 1.5. For 10, you get 2 of the axes. For 18, you get 3. And all these other characters you'll see we'll get them as we play against the opponents. Roll an additional die this round. For 2 favor points, you get 1 die. For 4, you get 2 dice. For 6, you get 3 dice. Idun's Rejuvenation, heal health after resolution phase. For 4, you'll heal 2 health. For 7, you heal 4 health. For 10, you heal 6 health. Again, for 4 points. Freyr's Gift. Add the total of whichever die face is in the majority. So for 4, you'll get 2. For 6, you get plus 3. For 8, you get plus 4. Mimir's Wisdom. Gain a God favor point for each damage dealt to you this round. You get, let's see, for 3 of them, you get 1 per damage, 1 point. And then so forth and so on. Braggy's Verve. Gain a God point for each die that rolled that hand icon. 4, you gain 2. 8, you gain 3. 12, you gain 4. This looks like, it's a completely foreign language. It will all make sense. Scatty's Hunt. Add arrow damage. Add arrow to each die that rolled an arrow. So for 6, you get 1 arrow per die. For 10, you get 2 arrows per die. For 14, you get 3 arrows per die. And then Frigg's Sight. Reroll any of your or your opponent's dice. For 2, you reroll 2 dice. For 3, you reroll 3 dice. And for 4, you reroll 4 dice. Okay? Just remember, those are God favor points. That's what that weird little symbol is. So we'll start the game. And of course, it starts with the flip of the coin. And of course, the opponent's going to go first. Okay, so you each roll 3 times. So he's going to roll first. And he put out a helmet. Now I'll explain what's going on there. I roll. I get to roll that little thing that was like on the side there. So now each die has its own shape, its own symbols. They're in a certain order or they're out of order. It all depends. But you'll see that each one has different symbols and different meanings. Now I'll explain what's going on here. Let's see. He's got the helmet. All right. So he gets to block an axe. So if I use this axe there, he'll block it. But he also gains one God favor point. And the reason he gains it is because he's got that dotted line. That's what that dotted line around the edges means. As long as he's got that dotted line, he gains a God favor point regardless of what happens during the resolution phase. So now I have these same exact helmet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that out there because I want to block and gain that God favor point. Now I'll just let him go. So here's his second roll, and he put out a couple of things. I'll show you what that means now after my second roll. Okay, so he's got an arrow, and again, the edge that shows that he's gaining a God favor point. All right. What this means is that he can use any of his items here as long as he has enough God favor points, which is why you want those little orange edges. Now, with this, I can block his arrow. This, you get to steal a God favor point away from me, and it's a double whammy because he also gains one because it's got that orange edge. So, as you can see, I have a couple of them that have the edges as well. I'm going to put them out. That's going to block the arrow. That would block a axe, and that obviously will be blocked by a shield if he has it. So also I'm going to put this hand out. Even though it doesn't have an edge, it's going to steal one of his God favor points because he's going to steal one of mine. I'm going to want it back. So now it rolls automatically. It goes. He's got a shield and 2 axes, which are going to harm me unless I can block them. I've got an axe. So now the God favor phase. I got to figure out what I've got. So I know that with these there, these will block these 2, right? So this is going to be blocked by that. This is going to be blocked by that. This is going to be blocked by that. That's why it's there. But then he'll be able to steal one of my God favor points. He'll get 4 and a 5th one for stealing my God favor point with this hand thing. Now, I will get, let's see, 3, 4. I'll have 4, and he'll steal 1, but then I'll steal it back. So I'll have 4 altogether. Now, what does that mean? I go to my God favors, and I try to figure out what is the best choice for me to use. So what I'm going to use is the Thor strike, which is the only one that I'm going to use this whole game. So for 4 of them, it deals 2 damage to his life. So here we go. We automatically put out our God favors first. We count them. We're resolving everything that's going on. See, no damage. Now he stole one of mine. I'm stealing it back. And now I could use my Thor strike. Steals 2 out of his 15 health points. Now it's my turn. I roll. Okay, I'm going to put this out because that's basically all I got to go on. So now he's got a bunch that he just threw out. And he didn't even throw out the hand thing. Okay, so now I've got a couple that I could throw out. He's got 2 helmets and a shield. I've got helmet, which is not going to do anything, the shield, and the hand. The double whammy there. So I'm going to put them all out. And I'm going to leave that one there. I've got nothing to lose by leaving that there. So now he's going to go. He's going to put a hand out. I did my final roll. He's going to do his. And now we're going to resolve everything. So I got to figure out, again, what am I going to have? So I'm going to have 2, 3, 4, 5, and a stolen one for 6. But he'll steal it back, so I'll have 5. He'll have all this stuff, plus another 4, and stealing one of my things, but I'll steal it back. Or he'll steal it back. So, again, I'm going to go with the Thor strike. Now we resolve it. We take all our tokens. No damage dealt. I stole it. He's going to steal it back. But I still have enough tokens to do 2 damage to his life. So there we go. Now it's his turn. He chose not to put anything out. That's kind of crazy, but he still got 2 other rolls to go. Alright, so now again, I'm going to put these out because they all have the edges around them, and that way I get 3 God Favor points. So and I can steal one. All depends on what we've got. He rolls. There we go. He puts out just the shield, which is kind of crazy. All right, so I mean, he could have put those 3 out and like stolen 3 from me, but he chose not to. Okay, so I'm gonna put all these out because now I'll have 6 and 3 that I steal. So let's see what he does. With what I've got, let's see, I'll figure it out. I've got 6, probably 7, 8, because he's gonna steal 2 back. And then he'll have all this, so he might be able to do some damage to me. But let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use Thor's Strike. I've got that one there. I've got the 6. I'll have... Let's see. We'll try this. Nothing going on. He stole 2. I'm going to steal the 2 back plus an extra one. He's dealing 5 damage to me. I deal 5 damage right back to him. Look at that. So he's not looking too healthy here. Alright, so I roll. I'm going to put out all the things that I've got that have the orange border. So that's 2 God Favor points. So if I steal one, he's going to steal it back. I'm going to put this out. And the hand out. That way I could at least steal the thing back if... you know, he takes it. Let's see what he's got. He's not putting anything out. That's a bold move right there. So whatever he has, it just happens. Oh, well, this is a rough hand here. Alright, so I'm going to have, let's see, 2, 3, and a stolen one. And then he's going to have 1 and a stolen one. I'll try it. I'll see what happens. So let's see. Nothing. He took damage because he's got nothing blocking. There we go. I took damage because I got nothing blocking. There I go. So I'll steal 2 from him. He'll steal 1 from me. I just happen to have enough to blast him. There we go. So he's only got 1 life left. Now there's a smart move. He put out all his orange things there. Orange borders. I get to roll that again because that was in the corner there. Anytime you have one stacked on top of another dice or in the corner, you get to re-roll it. So I'm going to put this one out. Nah, I missed that hand. I should have put that hand out too. Oh, he's going to put his hand out. Oh, well, look, it worked out. So I have 2 hands that I could put out, so I could steal 2 from him, which is great. So we'll put that out. This is his last roll. All his things. So this is my last roll. Anything comes out, it's out. And it's looking good, actually, for me. So I've got 5, and he'll try to steal 2. I'll steal them back, which means I have enough to do damage to him with my Thor's Strike again. He's got a couple of good ones, but for the 2 he steals, I steal them back. So I'll use this again. 2 damage. All I need is 1 damage on him. So he hits me, he blocks, and there's nothing to block. He steals 2. I steal him right back. And here is my Thor Strike, or Odin Strike. There it is.
Well fought.
And that's all there was to it. I know it just like looks difficult, but as long as you follow that pattern, you basically want to put the orange ones out first, the orange border ones, and make sure that you have those hands out too, because the hands, they steal the items from your opponent. And you definitely want to steal that stuff from your opponent because you don't want your opponent to have the upper hand and be able to use their stuff. So that being said, you just have to go all around the world looking for the different Orlog players. You'll see the pair of dice. If you see the pair of dice with the check mark, you already defeated them. And each one that you defeat, you'll actually gain another one of those different icons that you saw. And those different icons will help you in the dice game. They do different things. They'll help you out in different ways. You just have to see what you're comfortable working with and what you want to get. Eventually, you'll figure out what they all do, what they're all for, and your own play style. But that's all there is to this video. I really hope it helps you out. Let me know in the comments below if it did. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. And until next time, be good, take care, and stay safe out there. Have fun playing you some Orlog. I hope you guys win pretty big.